Hi, I'm Marshall Woodworth, director and editor of the documentary film Veille. Just giving y'all a quick update. There's been some issues about the title, and honestly, I have no idea how to spell the title. My family comes from the Avoyelles Parish area, and there they would, I heard not often, but numerous times, the phrase lave used to say, "Oh, may y'all come tomorrow, come make a lave." May y'all pass and come make a lave, or oh, we're gonna go make lave with whoever tomorrow, Aunt Cher or whoever. And I grew up mostly English. Like when I was little, there was lots of Louisiana French around me, but I mostly once I got past the age of probably 8 or 9 years old, it was a quick diminishment of it, and I never quite learned the language. But I know that phrase, what it meant. Now, some people, even in the same area, say, well, it actually means to visit at night specifically, and maybe it does. I always thought it just meant to just come visit casually at any time, almost like it represented the lavatory, like the sink where you would wash your hands, because when you come visit, you're probably going to drink coffee and probably eat a little something, so you wash your hands because the journey, you might have got a little dirty on the journey. I always thought it meant something like that. Apparently, that's probably not quite right. I don't know. But there's been some Facebook comments and stuff about, well, what, this and that, and it means this here, and it's pronounced this way. I think this is fascinating. This is great news. And it's kind of like the title of the film is its own separate storyline now that I'm going to have to incorporate, which is great because that's what it feels like trying to hang on to this culture and this language, y'all. Like this word is a perfect, this phrase is a perfect metaphor for what it is like to try to capture it. It's almost like a little bit too late to capture it, but it's still capturable if we pull together and huddle tight and fast on it. And it's a culture that we should be proud of, and that we hope will stick around and is taught to little babies, some little petits enfants, and passed on to the next generation in a healthy format, but updated. I don't want to just say, oh, I'm just an old preservationist. We just want to put it in a museum, just make sure that the dust stays off of it. Every once in a while, old Smith over here come and wipe the dust up. No, we want it to be a living, organic thing, and it needs to be updated. I guess in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, they just quit updating it. I mean, they stood the word for in France for cars, something like voiture or something like that. In Louisiana French, it's just char, which I think actually means carriage, which means the language stopped updating before the advent of vehicles. Certainly there's no word for truck that I know of to say the back of a truck, code the truck, the bed of the truck. And another confusing thing that just got brought up when we were filming Caitlin's grandparents less than a month ago is this bouvet. Bouvet means a short day visit, but then it was confusing. And I'm going to play for y'all the raw footage. It's like 3 minutes of this conversation we had going, trying to understand what lave means and bouvet means and what all this broken down means. Let's figure out what the way to say it, and let's figure out the way to spell it, because we can't truly ever preserve, in public schools at least, Louisiana French and the different dialects of Louisiana French unless it can't be written down. It has to be able to be written down, so it is imperative that we know how to write it. So let's get more people in on this conversation. Let's figure out a way to unify it, codify it into some sort of unified lexicon, I guess is what it would say. But thank y'all so much for the support with Lave. There's a GoFundMe. Anything helps, even if it's just $5. With that, I mean, I could feed the crew with some Doritos and some bags of some hot dogs. Anyways, so thank y'all so much, and keep the comments coming.
Now, the word you told me, Mama, I wanted to look at your mouth when you say it for at the night visit, is bouvet?
Bouvet.
Bouvet. Okay, bouvet. And that's like...
Bouvet is when you go just to spend some time, at night.
At night.
A couple hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At night.
Mm-hmm. And the lave is for the daytime?
The night.
La veille, c'est pour le soir.
Okay.
Night.
Okay.
Et le jour, c'est visiter.
Mm-hmm. Visiter.
Visit people, visiter.
So only if the visit is during the day, then it's not la veille.
C'est visiter le jour.
Visiter le jour.
Le jour. That's day.
Mm-hmm.
La veille is at night.
I'm gonna have to change the title of the documentary. The title is La Veille because in of oils in Marksville, La Veille just means, oh, y'all gonna pass, make a La Veille. Come on, in the middle of the day or whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But some of the other people say, well, it's a visit at night.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought it just meant like a visit.
I heard in Scott a couple of years ago about that and would veil that's during the day, like in the morning at noon.
Mm-hmm.
It's when I'm married.
So it's.
Traveler's wife.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And la veille is at night.
Yeah,
That's
that's
night.
us,
Night. And then
Le
Bouvet is the
jour.
port time.
The
Le
port
jour.
time.
Okay.
Jour is during the
The
day.
day, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
daytime.
Jour.
Aller visiter la journée.
Like if I'll go visit you tomorrow, that means va aller visiter demain.
Mm-hmm.
But bout de veille,
Bout veille means just part of the night.
Yeah, like a half a night.
Yeah.
It's not to go and sleep.
and then just to visit in the day would be only day or morning would be
Visiter de jour, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Visiter de jour?
La
du
matinée.
jour.
And dans la matinée, the morning.
But it can be any time of the day. It can be during the morning or in the afternoon. I mean, le jour.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime the sun is out.
Yeah.
So what does they? Because I've asked so many people. I've looked it up. There's so many meanings. It could mean a towel. It could mean a sink. It could mean like a visit. I don't know.
Yes, a lot of the
And then it
use.
can mean like la veille, like if you tell somebody, well, je vais venir à la veille. That means I'm coming to spend the night with you.
La veille avec toi.
That can mean that,
Mm-hmm.
la veille.
I guess it just depends on kind of the context and how what you're saying to the person, you know, like,
Right.
yeah.